Right now, in this moment, you are holding on to something that is destroying you. You know what it is. That relationship that ended but you refuse to accept. That dream that died but you keep trying to revive. That pain from your past that you replay every single day. That need for control that exhausts you. That person who hurt you that you cannot forgive. You are gripping it so tightly that your hands are bleeding. You are holding on so hard that you cannot hold anything else. You are clinging so desperately that you are drowning. And you think if you just hold on harder, if you just try more, if you just force it more, it will finally work. It will finally be okay. You will finally get what you want. But here is the truth that will set you free. Nothing works until you let go. Not sometimes. Not maybe. Not eventually. Nothing works until you let go. That relationship you are trying to force? It will never work until you let go of needing it. That success you are chasing desperately? It will never come until you let go of desperately chasing it. That peace you are searching for? It will never arrive until you let go of searching and just be. That person you cannot forgive? They will continue to poison your life until you let go and release them. You have been trying so hard, fighting so much, forcing everything, controlling what you can control and trying to control what you cannot. You are exhausted. You are broken. You are at the end of your rope. And still you hold on. Because letting go feels like giving up. Letting go feels like losing. Letting go feels like defeat. But what if I told you the opposite is true? What if letting go is not losing but winning? What if releasing is not weakness but the ultimate strength? What if surrender is not defeat but victory? What if everything you want is on the other side of letting go? Today you will learn 8 powerful lessons about the power of letting go. Each lesson contains ancient wisdom and modern truth. Each lesson will show you why holding on is keeping you stuck and why releasing is what will set you free. These are not just ideas. These are truths that will transform your life if you apply them. If you are ready to stop suffering, if you are ready to stop fighting, if you are ready to finally be free, then open your heart to these teachings. Because what you are about to learn will change everything. Lesson 1. The tighter you grip, the more you lose. Look at your hands right now. Make a tight fist. Squeeze as hard as you can. Feel the tension. Feel the strain. Feel how uncomfortable it is. Now try to pick something up while making that fist. You cannot, can you? The very act of gripping so tightly prevents you from receiving anything new. This is what you are doing with your life. You are gripping so tightly to what you have, to what you want, to what you think should happen, that you cannot receive what is trying to come to you. Your closed fists cannot hold gifts. Your tight grip pushes away the very things you are trying to hold. The Buddha taught about attachment as the root of suffering. He said that we suffer not because we care, but because we cling. There is a difference between loving something and gripping it. Between wanting something and desperately needing it. Between holding something gently and crushing it with our grip. When you hold sand in an open palm, it stays. When you close your fist around it and squeeze, it slips through your fingers. This is the paradox. The tighter you hold, the more you lose. The more you let go, the more you keep. There was an ancient story about a monk named Tanzan who was traveling with his fellow monk Aikido. They came to a river where a beautiful woman in silk robes stood, afraid to cross because the current was strong. Without hesitation, Tanzan picked her up and carried her across the river. He set her down on the other side and the monks continued walking. Aikido said nothing, but he was fuming. For hours they walked in silence. Finally, as the sun was setting, Aikido could not contain himself any longer. We monks are not supposed to go near women, especially young and beautiful ones. Why did you carry that woman? Tanzan looked at him and smiled gently. I set her down hours ago by the river. Are you still carrying her? Aikido had been gripping that moment for hours. Replaying it. Judging it. Holding on to it. Meanwhile, Tanzan had experienced the moment fully, then released it completely. He helped the woman and moved on. Aikido helped no one and stayed stuck. This is what holding on does. It keeps you trapped in moments that are already over. It keeps you carrying burdens that should have been set down long ago. It prevents you from being present because you are still gripping the past. There was also a woman named Rachel who held on to a relationship that ended 5 years ago. She replayed every conversation. She stalked social media. She analyzed what went wrong. She fantasized about getting back together. She compared every new person to her ex. She could not move forward because she refused to let go of what was behind her. 5 years of her life spent holding on to someone who was gone. 5 years of opportunities missed because she was not available. 5 years wasted gripping something that was already dead. Then one day, she got tired. Not a little tired. Completely exhausted. She had no more energy to hold on. So she let go. She released him. She stopped replaying the past. She stopped checking his social media. She stopped fantasizing. She finally, completely, totally let go. And 3 months later, she met someone. Someone better. Someone who was actually available. Someone who actually wanted her. Someone who created a relationship that was alive, not a memory of something dead. But this could not happen until she let go. Until her hands were open to receive something new. You are doing this right now. In some area of your life, you are gripping something so tightly that you cannot receive what is trying to come to you. Let it go. Open your hands. Make space. What is meant for you cannot enter while you are holding on to what is not. Lesson 2. What you resist persists. You know that problem that keeps showing up in your life? That pattern that keeps repeating? That pain that will not go away? You have been fighting it, right? Trying to fix it. Trying to control it. Trying to make it stop. And it keeps coming back. Stronger every time. More persistent every time. Here is why. What you resist persists. What you fight against grows stronger. What you refuse to accept becomes more powerful. Your resistance is not solving the problem. Your resistance is the problem. The Buddha taught that suffering comes from our relationship with pain, not the pain itself. Pain is inevitable. It is part of life. But suffering is what we add on top of pain through our resistance, our fighting, our refusal to accept what is. Think about anxiety. The more you fight it, the worse it gets. The more you try to push it away, the harder it grips you. The more you resist feeling anxious, the more anxious you become. Your fight against anxiety creates more anxiety. The war is the problem, not the anxiety itself. There was a monk named Shoju who had a student that was consumed with anger. This student tried everything to overcome his anger. He meditated for hours. But the anger kept returning, stronger each time. One day, exhausted and frustrated, the student went to his master. I have tried everything to get rid of this anger. Why will it not leave me? Why does it keep getting stronger? Master Shoju smiled and said, Show me this anger. Bring it here so I can see it. The student was confused. I cannot bring it to you. It is not here right now. Then when it comes next time, bring it to me immediately so I can help you remove it. The student agreed. But days passed, then weeks. Each time anger arose, by the time the student thought to bring it to his master, it had already passed. He began to realize something profound. He returned to his master. Master, I understand now. I cannot bring you the anger because it does not stay. It arises and it passes. My problem was not the anger. My problem was my fight against the anger. I was holding on to it by resisting it. I was keeping it alive by fighting it. Master Shoju nodded. Anger is like a guest. It comes and it goes. If you fight with your guests, the fight continues long after the guest has left. If you simply acknowledge the guest and let them be, they arrive and depart naturally. Stop fighting. Start allowing. The anger will come and go like weather. But you will remain as the sky. There was also a man named Michael who resisted his father's death for 3 years. He refused to accept it. He stayed angry. He asked, why? 1,000,000 times. He fought against the reality that his father was gone. And every day was torture. Every day was pain. Every day was suffering. Because he was at war with reality. He was fighting what had already happened. He was resisting what could not be changed. Then one day, broken and exhausted, he stopped fighting. He accepted. My father is gone. I do not like it. I do not want it. But it is true. I accept this reality. And the moment he stopped resisting, the suffering decreased. The pain was still there. The loss was still real. But the war was over. And without the war, he could finally grieve. He could finally heal. He could finally move forward. Acceptance is not agreement. Acceptance is not liking something. Acceptance is simply acknowledging what is. And the moment you accept what is, you stop wasting energy fighting reality. You can finally use that energy to actually move forward. Stop resisting. Stop fighting. Stop refusing to accept what is. Let go of the war. Accept reality. Then you can finally deal with it effectively. Lesson 3. The universe cannot fill what you refuse to empty. Imagine holding a cup that is already full. Someone tries to pour fresh, clean water into it. But they cannot. The cup is already full. For new water to enter, you must first pour out the old. Your life is that cup. Your heart is that cup. Your mind is that cup. And right now it is full. Full of old pain. Full of past relationships. Full of resentment. Full of regrets. Full of what should have been. Full of who you used to be. Full of plans that did not work out. Full of people who left. Full of dreams that died. And the universe is trying to pour new blessings into your life. New opportunities. New relationships. New possibilities. New versions of yourself. But it cannot. Your cup is full. There is no space. You are so busy holding on to what was that there is no room for what could be. The Buddha told a famous story about this principle. A learned professor came to visit a Zen master to ask about enlightenment. The master served tea. He poured the visitor's cup full, and then kept on pouring. The professor watched the overflow until he could no longer restrain himself. It is overfull. No more will go in. Like this cup, the master said. You are full of your own opinions and speculations. How can I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup? The professor's cup was so full of his own ideas that there was no room for new understanding. He could not learn because he refused to let go of what he already believed he knew. His fullness was his limitation. This same principle applies to every area of life. You cannot receive while your hands are full. You cannot move forward while dragging your past behind you. You cannot become who you are meant to be while clinging to who you were. Let go of what is not serving you. Empty the cup. Make space. What is trying to come to you needs room to enter. But it cannot enter while you are holding on to what needs to leave. Lesson 4. Letting go is not losing, it is liberation. You think letting go means you lose. You think releasing means you give up. You think surrender means you are weak. But you have it completely backward. Holding on is the prison. Letting go is the freedom. Gripping is the weakness. Releasing is the strength. The Buddha taught about liberation through non-attachment. He said that we are not free as long as we are bound by our attachments. That true freedom comes not from having what we want but from releasing our desperate need to have it. Think about a monkey trap. You know how it works? A jar with a narrow opening. Food inside. The monkey reaches in and grabs the food. But now his fist is too big to pull out. He is trapped. Not because the trap is strong. Because he refuses to let go. The moment he releases the food, he is free. But he will not. He grips tighter. He would rather be trapped than let go. You are the monkey. Holding on to something that is trapping you. Refusing to release because you think letting go means losing. But you are already losing. You are losing your freedom. You are losing your peace. You are losing your life. All because you will not open your hand. There was a monk named Ryokan who lived very simply. One night, a thief broke into his small hut. The thief searched everywhere but found almost nothing of value. Ryokan, who had been out, returned and found the thief still there. Instead of being angry or afraid, Ryokan felt compassion. He took off his robe and said, "You came all this way to visit me, and I have nothing to give you. Please take this robe as a gift." The confused and ashamed thief took the robe and fled. Ryokan sat naked, looking at the beautiful moon through his window. He said softly, "Poor fellow, I wish I could give him this beautiful moon." Ryokan understood what most people never learn. Letting go is not losing. It is liberation. He was not attached to his robe. It was just a thing. By releasing it freely, he remained free. The thief took the robe, but Ryokan kept his peace, his freedom, his joy. The thief gained a robe but lost his dignity. Ryokan lost a robe but kept everything that mattered. Who was really richer? Who was truly free? Not the one who took and held, but the one who gave and released. There was also a man named Paul who held a grudge for 20 years. Someone betrayed him decades ago, and he held on to it. He replayed it. He told the story to everyone. He used it as a reason why he could not trust, why he could not succeed, why his life did not work. That grudge was his identity, his excuse. People told him to let it go. He said, "If I let it go, they win. If I forgive, they get away with it. If I release this, I lose." But the truth was the opposite. By holding on, he was losing. Every single day. They were not suffering. He was. They had moved on. He had not. They were free. He was in prison. A prison he built himself by refusing to let go. Then one day, he had a heart attack. Lying in that hospital bed, facing his own mortality, something became crystal clear. He was dying. And he was still holding on to something that happened 20 years ago. Still giving power to someone who probably did not even remember him. Still trapped by his own refusal to release. So he let go. Not for them. For himself. He forgave. Not because they deserved it. Because he deserved peace. He released. Not because it did not matter. Because his freedom mattered more. And the moment he let go, he felt lighter. Freer. More alive. He realized he had been carrying a boulder for 20 years. And the moment he put it down, he could finally breathe. What are you holding on to that is trapping you? What grudge? What pain? What past? What person? What dream? What version of yourself? Let it go. Not because you are weak. Because you are strong enough to choose freedom. Not because you are giving up. Because you are choosing yourself. Not because you are losing. Because you are winning your life back. Lesson 5. When you let go, life flows. Watch water. It does not fight. It does not force. It does not grip. It flows. Around obstacles. Down mountains. To the ocean. It does not resist. It does not control. It flows. And in that flowing, it is unstoppable. It carves canyons. It shapes continents. It moves with power that comes from surrender, not force. Your life is meant to flow like water. But you have turned it into a fight. You are pushing, forcing, controlling, gripping, fighting against everything. And you are exhausted. Because fighting creates friction. Forcing creates resistance. Controlling creates stress. Gripping creates pain. The Buddha taught about Wu Wei, which means effortless action. It is the principle of working with the natural flow of life instead of against it. Like a skilled sailor who does not fight the wind but uses it. Like a martial artist who does not resist force but redirects it. This is the power of flow. There was a Zen master named Bankei who taught that enlightenment was not something to force or achieve, but something to allow. Students came to him seeking techniques and practices to force themselves into awakening. One student said, "Master, I practice meditation for hours every day. I force my mind to be still. I fight against every thought. But I have not reached enlightenment. What am I doing wrong? Bankei replied. You are trying to dam the river. But the river will flow whether you want it to or not. You can exhaust yourself building walls, or you can learn to flow with it. Stop fighting your thoughts. Stop forcing stillness. Let thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. Do not grab them. Do not push them away. Just let them flow. This is the natural state. This is what you are fighting against. The student tried this. He stopped forcing. He stopped fighting. He simply sat and allowed everything to flow naturally. Thoughts came. He did not grab them. Thoughts went. He did not chase them. He stopped being at war with his own mind. He flowed. And in that flowing, he found the peace he could not force. There was also a woman named Sarah who tried to force her business to succeed for 5 years. She worked 18-hour days. She pushed every door. She chased every client. She controlled every detail. She gripped so tightly that her knuckles were white. And nothing worked. The harder she pushed, the less traction she got. The more she forced, the more doors closed. The tighter she gripped, the more clients slipped away. She was on the edge of bankruptcy. On the edge of giving up. She had fought so hard for so long. And she had nothing to show for it except exhaustion and debt. So she let go. Not because she wanted to. Because she had to. She had no energy left to fight. She surrendered. She released control. She stopped forcing. She started flowing. She asked herself, what wants to happen naturally? Where is the flow trying to go? And she listened. She stopped pushing doors. She walked through the ones that opened easily. She stopped chasing clients. She served the ones who came naturally. She stopped controlling everything. She trusted the flow. And everything changed. Within 6 months, her business was thriving. Not because she worked harder. Because she worked smarter. Not because she forced more. Because she flowed more. Not because she gripped tighter. Because she let go. The success she could not force came naturally when she stopped forcing. The clients she could not catch came easily when she stopped chasing. The growth she could not control happened automatically when she stopped controlling. Because when you let go and flow, life works with you instead of against you. Stop fighting. Stop forcing. Stop controlling. Let go. Flow. Trust. Watch what happens. Lesson 6. Your breakthrough is on the other side of letting go. You have been waiting for a breakthrough. You have been working for it. Hoping for it. Praying for it. You think the breakthrough will come from trying harder. From working more. From forcing it to happen. But that is not where breakthroughs come from. Breakthroughs come from breakdowns. From letting go. From surrender. Every major transformation in your life has come after you let go of something. Think about it. That relationship that changed your life? It came after you let go of the wrong person. That opportunity that shifted everything? It came after you let go of the safe path. That healing that saved you? It came after you let go of the pain. That version of yourself you love? It emerged after you let go of who you thought you should be. The Buddha himself experienced this. For years before his enlightenment, he practiced extreme asceticism. He starved himself. He tortured his body. He pushed himself to the edge of death. He thought enlightenment would come through force, through extreme effort, through controlling the body completely. But enlightenment did not come. Instead, he grew weaker. He nearly died. One day, so weak he could barely move, he accepted food from a young woman. His fellow ascetics were disgusted. They said he had given up. He had failed. He had let go of the path. But this letting go was his breakthrough. He realized that enlightenment would not come from force. Not from extreme effort. Not from torturing himself. He let go of that approach entirely. He sat under the Bodhi tree, relaxed, and simply observed. And that night, he became enlightened. The breakthrough came not from trying harder. It came from letting go of trying so hard. Not from more force. From less force. Not from gripping tighter. From releasing completely. There was a man named David who was stuck in his career for 10 years. Same position, same salary, same frustration. He wanted to advance. He deserved to advance. But it was not happening. He tried everything. He worked harder. He networked more. He applied for promotions. Nothing worked. He was stuck. And deep down, he knew why. He was holding on to the belief that loyalty would be rewarded. That if he just stayed long enough, if he just proved himself enough, the company would recognize him. He was holding on to a promise that was never going to be kept. He was waiting for something that was never going to come. But he could not let go. Because letting go meant admitting he wasted 10 years. Letting go meant starting over. Letting go meant the unknown. So he held on. And stayed stuck. Year after year. Holding on to what was not working. Refusing to let go. Then his company announced they were closing his department. He was being laid off. He had no choice now. The universe forced what he could not choose. He had to let go. And he was terrified. Angry. Lost. He thought his life was over. He thought he was being punished. But 6 months later, he looked back and realized that being forced to let go was the best thing that ever happened to him. He found a new job with a company that actually valued him. Better pay. Better culture. Better opportunities. He advanced more in 1 year than he did in 10 years at the old company. The breakthrough he was waiting for could not happen until he let go. He was blocking it by holding on. The universe had to force his hand. But the letting go is what freed him. The release is what created space for the breakthrough. Your breakthrough is waiting. But it cannot come while you are holding on to what is not working. Let go. Release. Create space. The breakthrough is on the other side. Lesson 7. Let go and watch everything fall into place. You think you are holding everything together. You think if you let go, everything will fall apart. But the truth is the opposite. Everything is already falling apart because you are holding on so tightly. You are not holding it together. You are holding it back. The moment you let go is the moment everything can finally fall into place. Think about a puzzle. When you force pieces that do not fit, you damage the puzzle. But when you let go of forcing, when you let pieces fall where they naturally belong, the picture comes together beautifully. You are forcing pieces. Let go. Let them fall where they belong. The Buddha taught about natural order and harmony. He said that when we interfere too much, when we control and force, we create disharmony. But when we allow things to unfold naturally, harmony emerges on its own. The river knows how to reach the ocean. The seed knows how to become a tree. Life knows how to unfold. If you let it. There was a story about a farmer whose horse ran away. His neighbors said, "What terrible luck!" The farmer replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned bringing several wild horses with it. The neighbors said, "What wonderful luck!" The farmer said, "Maybe." The farmer's son tried to tame one of the wild horses and fell, breaking his leg. The neighbors said, "What terrible luck!" The farmer said, "Maybe." The next week, military officers came to draft young men into the army. They passed over the farmer's son because of his broken leg. The neighbors said, "What wonderful luck!" The farmer said, "Maybe." The farmer understood something profound. He did not know how things should unfold. He could not see the bigger picture. So he did not grip each event as good or bad. He did not try to force outcomes. He let things unfold naturally. He trusted that everything was falling into place even when he could not see how. This is wisdom. This is letting go. Not controlling every outcome. Not judging every event. Not forcing life to go your way. But trusting that there is a natural order, a bigger picture, and everything is falling into place even when it does not look like it. There was also a woman named Amanda who planned her entire life. College. Career. Marriage. Kids. House. Everything mapped out perfectly. And she executed the plan flawlessly. Got into the right college. Landed the right job. Married the right person. Had kids on schedule. bought the perfect house. Everything according to plan. But she was miserable. The perfect plan created a perfect prison. Because it was not her plan. It was what she thought she should do. What others expected. What looked right from the outside. But inside she was dying. The life she forced into place was suffocating her. Then everything fell apart. The marriage ended. The career burned her out. The house felt empty. The perfect plan collapsed. And she was devastated. Years of forcing everything into place. And it all fell apart. But then something amazing happened. When she stopped trying to force everything back into the plan, when she let go of how things should be, when she released control, things started falling into place naturally. A different place. A better place. She discovered work she actually loved. She found herself again. She built authentic relationships. She created a life that fit her instead of forcing herself to fit a life. Everything fell into place. Not into her plan. Into something better. Let go of the plan. Trust the flow. Let things fall where they are meant to fall. It will be better than anything you could force. Lesson 8. The power is in the release. You think power comes from holding on. From controlling. From gripping. From fighting. But real power comes from letting go. From releasing. From surrendering. From trusting. This is the ultimate power. The power to let go. Anyone can hold on. That is easy. That is what fear does. But letting go? That takes courage. That takes trust. That takes faith. That takes real strength. The weakest people hold on desperately. The strongest people let go peacefully. The Buddha's final teaching was about letting go. As he was dying, his disciples gathered around him, crying, begging him not to leave them. They were holding on. Gripping. Not wanting to let him go. He looked at them with compassion and said, "All things are impermanent. Work out your own salvation with diligence." Then he let go. He released his attachment to life. He released his attachment to his body. He released his attachment to his students. He let go completely. And in that final release, he demonstrated the ultimate teaching. True freedom comes from letting go of everything, even life itself. This was not weakness. This was the ultimate strength. The ultimate power. The power to release everything and remain at peace. To let go and be free. There was a monk named Ikkyu who was known for his wisdom. One day, a wealthy merchant came to him carrying a priceless vase. The merchant treasured this vase above all his possessions. "Master," he said, "I am attached to this vase. I know attachment causes suffering. Please help me let go." Ikkyu looked at the vase, then picked it up and held it over the stone floor. The merchant gasped, reaching out in panic. "If you are not attached," Ikkyu said calmly, "then this should not bother you." And he dropped the vase. It shattered into 1,000 pieces. The merchant stood in shock, staring at the broken pieces. Then slowly he began to laugh. "I see. I said I wanted to let go, but I was still holding on. I could not truly release it until it was already gone. Now I am free." Ikkyu nodded. Sometimes we need to lose something to realize we can survive without it. Sometimes the universe breaks what we cannot release. But better to let go willingly than to have it taken forcefully. The merchant learned that day that real power is not in holding on to what you value. Real power is in knowing you will be okay even if you lose it. That is freedom. That is strength. That is power. You want power in your life? Let go. Let go of what is not serving you. Let go of who is not choosing you. Let go of what is not working. Let go of what you cannot control. Let go of the past. Let go of the pain. Let go of the plan. Let go of the grip. This is power. This is freedom. This is strength. Right now you have a choice. You can keep holding on. Keep fighting. Keep forcing. Keep gripping. Keep suffering. Keep being trapped by your own refusal to release. Or you can let go. Right now. In this moment. You can open your hands. Release the grip. Surrender the control. Trust the flow. Nothing works until you let go. Nothing. So let go. Let go of the relationship that is dead. Let go of the dream that is not yours. Let go of the pain from the past. Let go of the person who hurt you. Let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the perfect plan. Let go of who you think you should be. Let go of what others expect. Let go of the grip. Open your hands. Empty the cup. Stop fighting. Start flowing. Release. Surrender. Trust. Let go. And watch everything you have been trying to force finally start working. Watch doors open. Watch opportunities appear. Watch blessings flow. Watch peace arrive. Watch freedom come. Not because you forced it. Because you let go and allowed it. The life you want is waiting. But it cannot come while you are holding on to the life you have. Let go. Make space. The universe is ready to fill it with something better. But you have to let go first. So let go. Right now. Whatever you are gripping. Whatever you are holding. Whatever you are controlling. Let it go. Feel the release. Feel the freedom. Feel the power of letting go. Nothing works until you let go. So let go. And watch everything work.